Welcome to Tasty Thursday. This is Lahar from Lahar and Pestis, and today we are making fudge. Now in the pan is our quarter teaspoon of salt, and now I'm adding 3 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, and now I'm adding 3 cups of granulated white sugar. I'm going to stir the sugar, the chocolate, and the salt mixture together. Next, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of warm evaporated whole milk. I microwaved it for about 30 seconds. You don't want it hot, you just want it warm. Mix this over medium heat until it's all nice and melted. Also, what I didn't show here was that I've also added 1 tablespoon of corn syrup and mix that in as well. Now as this heats around the edge of the inside of the pan, sugar and chocolate are going to start to stick, and once it starts boiling you're really going to see it. So I use a basting brush, dipped it into some lukewarm water, and kind of cleared off the edges of the pan. I only needed to do this a couple of times. Now we're checking for the temperature. We need it to be about 237 degrees Fahrenheit. This allows for the mixture to get into a ball form, a soft ball form. Once it reaches that 237 degrees, we're going to remove it from the heat. Don't stir it at all. We'll just let it cool. We're looking for about 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Need it to cool down to that before we add the remainder of the ingredients. So here I'm adding what will be equivalent to 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. This is I didn't use artificial vanilla. All I could find was a half teaspoon of for a measuring device, so this does turn out to be about the equivalent of 2 teaspoons. And then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I didn't remove it from the fridge until I was ready to use it and wanted the coolness of the butter to help continue to cool down the fudge. As you can see, the fudge does pull away from the sides of the pan pretty easily, and that's what we're looking for. I decided to mix with a whisk, which didn't turn out too well, so I went back to using a wooden spoon. You're going to mix this until the shininess goes away for the most part and your mixture looks dull. Here I have 2 pans I've labeled A and B. They have been greased with unsalted butter. I didn't want to use wax paper because as the fudge cools, it'll gather up that wax paper into it and it'll get stuck. Here I'm dividing the fudge into half. One half will go into pan A, the other half will go into pan B. Pan B will go into the fridge, and pan A will be left out for the fudge to cool at room temperature. This is where we're going to be able to see the difference in the processes of crystallization based on temperature. Here I'm evening out the pans a little bit. I got the same amount of mixture in each one, kind of just making them look pretty. Now we're going to let these completely cool. We want them completely cool all the way through. Pestis is removing them from the pans for me. A is room temperature, B is refrigerated. He is cutting a thinner slice out of A. He's kind of evening it out for me so we can get a better look at the crystals in it. So this is actually the piece of fudge from B, which was refrigerated, and as you can see, it's completely smooth. A little bit of sheen at the top, that's some of the crystallization, but it's all nice and smooth. And here's the piece from from A that Pestis was shaving a little bit earlier. As you can see, there's two different layers to it. I think this was due to the way that it cooled at room temperature. We have an air conditioner going, and I think the top part cooled fairly quickly, where the lower part cooled at a slower rate. As you can see, when it's moved under the magnifying glass, the crystals are nice and long across the top. The bottom part, the camera didn't really pick up the shimmering of the crystals, but there's a lot of crystallization in the lower part as well. There's the magnifying glass we were using. So there's A, which was room temperature, B, which was refrigerated. Have a great day.